Hello now. Today I'm going to explain how you should build a house. Now the first step in trying to build a house is use the blueprints, and then you have to lay everything out. First you need to lay out the foundation, that part that holds the house up in place, which is this area down here. And then when you get all that done, it has to be 8 feet on each side. So 8 feet. And with the walls, you need to lay out the walls next. You need 7 2x4 studs. That is okay, and each stud needs to be 8 feet in height. Each 2x4 still needs to be that high, long. And then we need 2 2x6s, one going on the top and one on the bottom, so that the whole wall can fit together. That is approximately 8 feet in the same length, except it's going across on the top and bottom. After that, well, you need 2 walls on this side and on the other side. Same thing. And if you're building a wall that has windows in it, you need some cripple studs or some form of studs going underneath the window and the header that's up there. And so with the whole width of the windows, 2 windows are both 38 inches. And the height is about 45 inches both ways. And with the door, sorry about the ladder, there's a header supposed to be on top of the same thing, and except the width is also 38 inches in width, except as 7 feet high for the whole door. After we get all these walls up, we then have to put the exterior drywall on, which kind of almost weighs like a ton, so it has to be like a 2-3 man job to put all these up each time. For this wall here with the door, we put one on one side and then cut out the edges so we can be able to go in and out narrowly. And then the other side, do the same thing, cut and do the same thing in the process. For the windows, put up the same thing, except we need to be able to cut out the actual window parts so that the windows themselves can actually fit. So, and it goes on the other walls too, with the exterior walling frame. And then once we get the walls up, we gotta nail them in place of the the base, the foundation. Make sure they're setting up straight. You might as well need to use a what's one of them called? Now this is a personal level that we use, and we use like a bigger level so we make sure that the walls themselves are standing up straight and perfect. after that, see these beams are going across, straight across on the top. We put those about 7 of those on top going straight, along with perpendicular with these studs. So we got cut those out. 7 of those that are just 8 feet in length, approximate 8 feet. Yes, I'm right. And then make sure we nail those down just as perpendicular to these studs, as I said. Don't mind the pipes, because the pipes, plumbing were also in here doing their job. But that's out of the question, because that's their part when we're working. The next part are the rafters. The rafters go 45-degree angle, both sides, and nailed at the edge, nailed on the ridge board, which is the centermost piece. And there are approximately 18 of these on both sides, including these pieces at the edge where it's hanging off about 8 inches. And so we get all that nailed in, and then the next part, what I did, with some help with a couple friends too, is see that piece of wood that are holding the 2 ridge pieces of rafters together. We put about 3 of those in place for like keeping the whole roof part together. And next part, the last thing I did so far is put these what you want to call them are supports. I don't know what they call them specifically, but we call those supports on both sides that also hold up the rafters themselves, so that the roof itself can actually stand up itself. And the last thing I need to do, I may end up having to have some help with that too, like getting one of those Jaden, what do you call those again?
Scaffolds.
Scaffolds, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Use one of those so that we can get up there, so we can put the shingles to finish the rest of the roof. That's just as shown on this project over here, someone else made. So all of that needs to be done, and that's actually how to build a house. But with the blueprint that I showed at the beginning, shows like the outline of what the house is supposed to look like, and you gotta measure right and be able to get the right measurements and make sure that the project is correct. And look at those morons over there too, fooling around. Never mind then. That's how you construct your house, and have a good day. Yes.